Nothing at all. What's going on with you?
Just really, say under the weather. But
Oh no, not the
crazy.
big C.
No. It's just
Oh,
crazy night
okay.
last night.
Hung on.
Crazy night
Hungover.
last night. Yes.
Yeah, dude, I think did you see my tweet? I got a bottle of Four Roses for $17.
No way.
Yeah, dude, it was insane. $17 for the bottle, and so yeah, I've been on that kick because why not for 17, right? So
Yeah. Well, I decided since we were going to do this award show, and so I cracked open the Sazerac Rye. Well, I didn't crack it open; it was already open.
I just finished that one off because I was doing that one with our season finale. I was doing that night, so.
I love Sazerac, man. It's so good.
Yeah, this is a little bit of I think a step down quality wise, but still has that nice little burn, still solid bourbon, so I can't complain.
Are you guys ready to kick this show off, this award show off?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, scroll down. All right, here we go.
This is Fantasy Intervention. Now here to intervene with your fantasy life, Chase Vernon.
Oh, man, it's not just me in here. It's not just me hosting this show. Yes, I have with me, of course, Mike, or at Daddy's Home, FF, and Cooter Doodle. What's going on, guys? How we doing?
Doing good?
Good, man. Good. Ready to get this one started. This is exciting, man. I'm happy we're doing this one. This is the fun one, right? No effort, just kind of celebrating the team. So I'm stoked.
Oh, y'all were putting in Oh, okay.
No, it's something as to where we do have an interesting show for us tonight, guys. We actually have the staff of Fantasy Intervention coming at y'all to tell you guys a little bit about themselves, and what's going on behind the scenes, what they're looking forward to, and of course, the year moving forward for 2021. So I'm very excited to get these guys in front of the camera and to give them an opportunity to kind of talk about themselves a little bit for a change instead of, always talking about somebody else. So I'm very, very excited. But let's go ahead and let's start out with you guys real quick. Let's start out with you two. What's going on? Let's start out with Cooter Doodle. What do you have going on in the works? What's going on in the life of Cooter Doodle?
I will be honest. I'm hoping to take a slight break in this off season. I'm still going to be around, but my work's actually starting back up again, so that's going to happen. But I'm just going to be on Twitter and then with you guys on Wednesdays in the regular season.
Love it. I can't wait for next season, to be honest with you. I'm very excited for that. And Mike, what's going on with you over there?
Oh, man. So basically I decided this offseason what I'm going to do is start connecting with some writers, right? We talked, Chase, you gave me my shot. I'm always grateful for that. You and Elvin got me off the ground. Here we roll. So what I've been trying to do is connect with some newer folks and people who are looking for that break. And we saw a couple come out this week, right? We have, I think maybe 5 people we added to the team just this week alone and looking to do some collaboration work. So realistically, more than anything else, just looking to get the community going and see how we can build this even further. I mean, this team is so solid. See if we can add a couple more pieces and just bring it to the next level.
Dude, I love it. Absolutely love it. I mean, this team is coming together and it's becoming magical. I'm having so much fun with it too. We got crazy things in the works that are going on behind the scenes. So very, very excited to announce a lot of those, including one big time announcement at the tail end of the show that I cannot wait to do. I've been waiting for 3 weeks to announce this. I finally get to talk about it tonight. Very, very excited. But
so Chase, hold on. Before we get started, I have to ask you a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Are you Baker Mayfield? Because you are looking hot right now, my friend. Hell yeah.
No, I decided to get dressed up, man. It's an award show. It's an award show. I wanted to get all snazzy and stuff, you know? So I figured I'd throw on the shirt and the tie.
Looks good.
Have some fun with it. All right, so let's go ahead. And the first person I want to recognize actually was not able to make it into this chat, but he's probably one of the most important people for the whole entire fantasy intervention team. I mean, this guy just slays away every 5 seconds. Hey, can we get this guy? So, can we end up getting a picture of this guy? Or can we get this edited? Or can we do this? Can we do that? And this dude, without him, we would be ugly as fuck, to be honest with you guys. We would be just straight up ugly. So what is it? We would be ugly without you award, right? Mm-hmm. Actually goes to Bob over there. Bob Gilchrist. I mean, this dude just does so much for us all across the board. He's sitting there and he gets us images constantly for all of our articles, for our quick shots that we do. Like, you guys know how much content we put out there? Well, Bob is the one behind all this content, coming up with picture after picture after picture. So Bob is honestly one of the most instrumental people to fantasy intervention. And I wanted to make sure that although he wasn't able to kind of come in here and talk for himself, I wanted to make sure that, he got recognized, because the only thing that he asked for is a donation to charity in exchange for the images, that he puts out for everybody, for their banners and everything like that. So make sure you guys go check out Bob over there. What's his handle? Do you guys know off the top of your head?
At Bob Gilchrist.
Okay.
We can tag him later.
Yeah, but he is somebody that I want to make sure gets recognized, because honestly, Bob, we would look ugly without you.
Yeah, so here you go. It's at Bob Gilchrist, GILCHRISTFF. That's where you can follow him on Twitter. He does all of his work for juvenile diabetes. That's how I met him originally. And just a great dude. Check him out for all your images. And you guys, I know you saw the movie White Men Can't Jump, right? You guys see that movie?
Yeah, of course.
Because what I will say is it is hard. It is hard goddamn work making this group look pretty.
It is, especially my ugly ass over there. So, Bob, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for doing everything that you do for fantasy intervention. I wanted to make sure that although you're not here, you still get recognized.
Thanks, Bobbert.
So let's go ahead and let's invite in the first two guests that we have for this show. Peter, you want to start out with the first award that we have for them?
Absolutely. You gonna toss them in here, or you want me to just start going with it?
Go ahead and start going with it, because I gotta find it.
All right. So this guy is somebody who disappears from time to time, but honestly, he puts some really great stuff together for us. He's behind the edits, and that's our Houdini. Gonna go to Corey Spalla.
What's going on, Corey?
Thank you. Mr. Houdini in the flesh right here. Hi. How's it going?
Yeah, man.
What's up, man? So go ahead and do the second award as well, so we can get the other person in here with us.
Yep. And then this is a guy who has a lot on his plate, but if you mess around, you get him a coffee, it's game over. This is Get This Guy a Coffee, Taylor Cornell.
Let's go.
He writes, he podcasts, he does the live shows, he does everything, man.
That's accurate. I love my coffee.
No, we're sitting there and I was like, man, what words can we give to these two guys? Because Corey, he'll disappear from time to time, but when he's sitting there and he puts in the work that he does, it's like magical, man. It is just completely magical. And then Taylor over there, we know that he takes care of his kids. He's got work. He's got other things going on, but yet he still somehow finds ways to make things happen. And I think it's because of the coffee. At least that's what it feels like.
That would be accurate. The coffee gets me just through the day. And then usually another cup around dinner gets me to the fantasy football work. So it all works out.
Well, Corey, real quick, do you want to let everybody know where they can find you, what you're doing, what you're available to do for them and whatnot?
Yeah, I'm Corey, a.k.a. C-Dot. You can find me Twitter, C.FF. Like I was brought in, I edit the YouTube videos. You can find at our YouTube, youtube.com/fantasyintervention. My content's best digested dynasty-wise, and when redraft comes around, I will definitely focus on that. I've already put out 4 articles addressing dynasty so far. I'm working on a couple more, how to scout rookies and all that stuff. Rookie talent, I put out a tight end article today, and like I said, editing the quick shots. So really just happy to help out with whatever I can. And you mentioned Bob before, our graphic guy. If you want the Walmart version of that, come holler at me. I can get you whatever you want, just not as good, but it'll be there. And other than that, just keep pushing out this dynasty content. So stay tuned for that.
No, excellent, man. Honestly, without Corey being there to do our videos and whatnot, we wouldn't be able to keep up with everything that we're doing. So huge shout out to Corey, man. He puts in a lot of time, a lot of effort. I mean, sitting there and thinking that these quick shots last like 3 minutes, that's great and all, but like he still has to rewatch them over and over and over again, go in and add images. I mean, that's probably at least 20, 30 minutes, worth of work minimum for each quick shot. So we appreciate you going out there and doing that for us, Corey. Cold T, you're up, buddy.
Well, I would just like to say, if anybody out there has seen Mr. Troy King's editing work, Corey's is better than that. So I can definitely give Corey, my cosign for that. So yeah, I'm on Twitter @_Taylor Cornell. Like Corey, I got some articles out there this offseason. I'll be working on some rookie stuff. So the last couple years, I've gotten into the rookie evaluation, looking at some of the analytical things as well as some of the college tape. So we'll get into that eventually and get some rankings out and some fun articles and quick shots and stuff like that as well.
No, that's awesome, man. I mean, sitting there and looking at the work that you've been able to do is, it's been phenomenal. And the funny thing is, like, whenever you talk to Taylor, he's like, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not too confident what I'm doing. I don't know this. I don't know that. And the reality is like he puts out better shit than I do. So, sitting there and looking at it, like, Taylor, man, just keep pushing. Like, you're absolutely crushing it. What's the off season looking like for you guys?
I was going to let Corey go first. Go for it, baby.
Okay, I'll go just run through about me. Just to keep pushing out the articles. Happy to interact with whoever wants to follow. Again, @C.FF. Off season is where I spend majority of my time making graphs. The data viz is definitely crazy with this over here. Crunching numbers off the 2020 season. Not only that, I forgot to mention, but during the week, Chef Juan and I, we do the Fantasy 6-pack. We made it beer related, talking about a beer we're cheersing, we're drinking, and a beer we're selling, it's skunked or whatever. During the off season now, we are changing that to the case study. So bouncing off the beer theme, we're just going to be taking the 6-pack, but making it, a case. We have more to talk about. We release that weekly, usually about Wednesdays or Thursdays.
Love it. Absolutely love it. And Taylor, you got a podcast you're on, right?
Oh, I do. So I'm out on Twitter @the Dinosaurce, DYNO source. It's pretty much a solo pod. Have guests every once in a while. Might have to get some of these guys from the circle in there. So we're taking a little hiatus end of season as COVID makes its rounds through our household, but I'll be back behind the mic then this off season doing some stuff there as well, in addition to the Join Our Circle work.
That's awesome, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, so just two things about these guys, Chase. I mean, first of all, we got to call out that Corey's welcome gif is possibly the best thing we have about our chat. I mean, the what's popping gif is fire. And I will tell you that if you're on Twitter and you're going to throw down, do not choose Taylor. He fights dirty. My man literally will get in the mud on Twitter with anybody like I've never seen. So
that's me.
Keep it on the up and up because he'll bring you down.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely right. Yep, I'm learning some ways to be a better trolling account out there. So trying to learn from the best, no names, but we'll see. We'll get in there and get dirty.
Oh, I dig it.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming in. It's been a pleasure. We look forward to doing some shows with you guys in the near future and for you guys to keep pushing out that content. Absolutely love it. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thanks for having me. And
Thanks.
Taylor.
Appreciate it.
All right, later on, guys.
Catch you later.
All right, you want to go ahead and announce?
Bye-bye.
Later.
I'm still here. See ya. Bye.
Later, Corey.
Hey.
Bye, Corey. Get out. Go. All right. Do you want to go ahead, Mike, and announce our next big award?
Absolutely. So the next big award we have is the Sound God Award. If you listen to our shows, if you take a look at any of the beats that we have coming out, the man John Swanson puts those together. He's the one that gets you hyped up at the start of our podcast. He's the one that brings you in with those sick intros, those sounds that you hear, let you know we're coming. That is all John. The man is an absolute wizard with intros. Every time I hear anything John does, I'm ready to run through a fucking wall. That's kind of where my head's at. So bringing the Sound God right here for our first award. What's up, John?
What's going on, guys? Thank you so much. Sound God Award. That's got a nice ring to it.
I have to thank you, John. Every time we start one of these pods and they play that intro and that music, I'm in the, I just get into it every time. So I have to thank you for that.
Let's go.
Everybody
my
says
pleasure.
that. Everybody's like, dude, I'm ready to go now. Like, we're ready to rock and roll. And you do it for our quick shots. You do it for the other shows as well. So, you're all over the place helping us out with that kind of stuff, man. We appreciate it.
I'm happy to do it. I'm so happy to be a part of just to be a part of this and to know that it actually worked out. Because I run through what I do is I run through walls before I record everything, so I'm glad that translates.
Comes right through, man, because I've had to patch up a few holes just getting ready for the podcast. I went full Kyle on a wall a few times.
Yeah, I got a sheetrock guy downstairs. He's just on retainer. He just comes up and it's just like, all right, come on.
All right, let's go ahead and announce this next guy who's waiting over here in the chat.
Next guy we're bringing up is the Nice Guys Finish First Award. This dude is part of the Positivity Squad. He's been an absolute godsend to me for that cesspool that we call Twitter. And now he is crushing it on the Weekly Waiver Wire show with Chef. All of it's done with a smile on his face, complete kindness, like the best dude, somebody you all want to be friends with. And that is my man, Nate. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce your last name, bro, because I just can't.
Nate.
Nate, how do you say your last name?
Nate?
So it's Paul Vote, like politics and vote.
Okay.
It's not as hard as everybody thinks it is, but like there are people I've known my whole life that have no clue how to say my name.
Yeah, bro, it's not like it's spelled. I don't know if you know that, but no, it's not.
I've heard. Well, thanks for that, Mike. I appreciate it, man. You're gonna make me tear up here a little bit.
I love it, man. Nate's been an integral part to this team. But let's go ahead and start out with FF John Swanson over there, and let's talk a little bit about where they can find you, what you're doing. You know, maybe they can get some beats laid out for them by you. How can we do all that?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find me on Twitter at FFJohn, JAWN Swanson. If you have an intro or a drop you need, like how we did for quick shots or anything small like that, just send me a message, kind of tell me what you're what you're going for, and we'll work it out. We'll make it happen. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here, man. Sound guy, that's crazy. But yeah, anything you have, yeah, I'll be happy to help out for sure.
Is there anything that you're doing in the off season as far as podcasting goes, or anything along those lines?
So the Tilt is Real podcast that I'm a part of with the chef and One of a Kind, Juan Carlos Pena. We'll be doing a Wednesday show weekly to kind of break down some dynasty stuff, some rookie things, just to keep the juices flowing in the off season. And other than that, I have a little side project I do with a buddy of mine, Cody. It's called Crow, like the bird, CROW. And we just kind of put out some songs that we've been doing on SoundCloud for right now. So I'm just kind of doing that, staying in the box, recording some stuff, and just doing whatever I can to get me through to the next season, because I'm already feeling the itch.
Dude, I hear that, man. I feel like we all are to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that's awesome, man. I actually send me the link so I can go check out your band on SoundCloud.
Sure, I will. Absolutely. And just everybody, thank you so much again for bringing me on. This is an amazing group of people to be a part of. You all work so hard, and this is really, it's really nice to see everything just kind of blow up and everybody, come on in. Shout out to Troy. Welcome in too.
Yeah.
My man.
That's awesome. Hopefully, I don't know if Troy's going to be able to make it or not, but he might be able to fill in for Brad's spot. We'll see what happens.
Cool.
So let's go ahead and talk to Nate real quick. Nate, you got some fans in the chat, man.
Yeah, apparently a few. I always never knew I would ever have fans in my entire life. It's the weirdest feeling, man. And I got my new Fantasy Intervention shirt
it came
today,
in.
just in time.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Looks like it fits well.
It does, man. It's good quality, like good stuff. If you guys don't have it, you need to go out and get one.
Yeah, fantasyintervention.com. Get some gear.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Sure.
I said it makes his eyes pop.
Yeah, it really does.
Jen picked out the color. I did not pick it.
Oh, man. So what's going on, man? Where can we find you? What you got going on now?
So this whole journey started with In Between Media with Seth Woolcock. That's my number one kind of deal. This and the Fantasy Intervention are my two main things I've got going on. So we pod every Tuesday, which we're going to be firing up here pretty soon. Probably the next week or two, we're going to start back up. We're going to be going all off season. We're going to be doing some dynasty stuff. Just some general fun stuff. You can find me on Tuesdays with FF Chef James. We had our Tuesday waiver wire show that we're going to be transitioning to some other super fun stuff. I'm going to have a column coming out here and there. Be doing some quick shots for Fantasy Intervention. I don't know, man. I got a lot of stuff in the works. Haven't kind of tightened it all up completely yet, but I'm going to be around a bunch.
Dude, love it, man. Absolutely love it. All right, let me pull you out of the main screen here. Sorry, I'm trying to do 15 things at once.
Oh, I feel you, man.
So what's going on? Like, what do you guys have going on, in the off season, or what are you guys looking forward to this next upcoming season?
I'm looking forward to doing my first set of rankings. Never done it before, so that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. I'm trying to dig more into the rookie stuff. I'm going to do some videos on some rookies, just some dynasty stashes, stuff like that, man. Really digging in.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's fun.
Nice.
It's something I've always wanted to do, so I'm pretty stoked to have an off season to do it.
So what I love is putting out rankings is bold, man. It is bold. And to all of y'all listening, if you don't put out rankings, shut the F up about other people, man. You know what I mean? Like, y'all coming in saying that's wrong and you ain't doing it yourself. Like, that takes so much guts to pump out rankings. Like, that is the most thankless job on Twitter. So all of you guys that do that, I can't tell you how much I appreciate, because it's so tough to do, and I find it so valuable. Like, seeing the different rankings, it makes me look deeper. So I think it's awesome that you're going after that, man. That's great. And to everyone who thinks they're going to be a jerk, you're already kind of prepping that. You're wringing your hands. Just don't be better.
Oh, I know I'm going to be wrong. I know a million people are going to tell me I'm wrong, and that's okay, because you know what I have to say to them?
What?
I hated Jonathan Taylor. I know I'm going to be wrong.
Oh, dude, I gave you a nice guy award when you hated on my dude. Can we drop him from the stream? Like, that ain't right.
You can. I guess I'm fired now. Hey, I turned around, though, man. I believe in him. I believe in him now.
It's all about how you turn around.
You
That's
followed
right,
me
man.
for how long, Nate? And somehow you hated Jonathan Taylor? Like, you just don't respect my opinion.
I just disagreed with you, Mike. That's all, man. Nothing personal, bro.
Oh, man, I love it. Well, I appreciate you guys for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate it. And thanks, Steffi, for all the love, and everybody else out there, Gary and Herms and everybody who's been following along. Appreciate it, and got more good stuff to come.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't wait.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Chef. I love you too, buddy.
I love you, Chef.
This is awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for coming on in. It looks like our next
Bye, guys.
guests
Thank
aren't in the waiting room yet. So we'll go ahead and see if some of the newer guys actually want to hop in a little bit earlier. But let's go ahead and get
Nice
you guys out.
Nice suit, by the way.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
When we did our dynasty draft this year, we did it remotely, obviously, and I wore a suit too. I wore a suit. I had an Eagles tie on. I even made little cards, and I read them like I was Roger Goodell, like I was having a hard time reading.
That's awesome.
Did you guys save that recording? Can we find it?
You know what? We might be able to.
Yeah,
That would be amazing.
This was before the podcast, but yeah, I think we'll be able to find it. That'll be cool. But guys, thank you so much again for having me.
John,
Yeah,
thanks
man.
for
Later.
everything you do, bro. Killer beats, man.
Thank you. All right, guys.
It
Somehow
looks
our
like-
8:45 showed up, Chase. I don't know why.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's just hanging out.
All right, so let's go ahead, since we don't have our regular guys that were supposed to be in this. Let's go ahead and bring in some of these new guys, because we have some new guys waiting over here in the sideline. So let's go ahead and get them in this chat. Give them a little bit more time, since there are quite a few of them. Our regular guys that were supposed to be in. Somebody's listening to me, and I don't know who it is. New guys waiting over here in the sideline.
Yep, we got the audio repeating.
Good? We good? Cool.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, awesome. So we didn't have any awards for you guys set up yet, because we just got you guys on the team, right? This is something as to where you guys are already cranking out content. You guys have great stuff coming out. And yeah, I'm excited to throw you guys in here with us. So let's go ahead and start out with the first one. Right, we got Jacob up here, right? What's going on, Jacob? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Happy to be on here.
Yeah, man, happy to have you. So tell everybody a little bit about you and where they can find you.
For sure. So my name's Jacob. I'm up here in the Great White North of Canada. So originally from Winnipeg, currently living in Vancouver. I'm a law student and now a fantasy analyst. So I just kind of joined the community this year. Want to bring in some of my approach and meet some new people and have a bunch of fun. And I mean, I've super enjoyed being with you guys. I'm on Twitter at FF_RTDB. That's Run the Damn Ball for my beloved Indianapolis Colts. So, yeah, definitely look forward to interacting with you guys out there.
No, man, it's fun. You actually turned in an article today to me, and I'm going through it, and I was like, dude, this guy's intelligence just straight through his writing style. Like, it's that good. So I'm very, very excited to add you to the team, man. Looking forward to the content that you're actually going to be putting out here.
Absolutely. Happy to be here.
Go Bills.
Hard one. Stop.
Oh, man. All right, so let's go ahead and go over to the next guy. We got Thomas over here. What's going on, Thomas? How you doing, man?
Happy to be here, everybody. How's everyone doing?
Hey.
Just let everybody know where they can find you, what kind of content you're putting out, man. You know, you just joined our team over the past few days, so very excited to see what you have in store for us. What are you doing over there?
Yeah, you can find me over there on the Twitters. It's FF_IMBQ. Name's Tom. I'm just a film junkie. It's what I am. I catch every play, every game, every week, without fail, and I'm just trying to do something with it. And you guys have been awesome and letting me come in here and have a platform. And I'm really looking forward to pumping this stuff out for everyone to enjoy. Even though that film grind is not something for everybody, but I'm all about it. I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, film grinding is something. Oops, I don't want to be the main one. I took him out on accident. No, I mean, film grinding is definitely something that takes a keen eye, you know, and it's something that takes a lot of skill and ability to recognize certain things. So I'm excited to see what you have to offer when it comes to, you know, actually showing us what it is that we're looking at with certain players. So we got
For
over
sure.
here. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I may be a Ravens homer, but I swear it's not just Baltimore. I'll watch them all. That's the one that gets me the most fired up.
That's all right. You got to have that fire.
It's good and bad though. Yeesh.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, man. So we've got over here sideline_from. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Where they can all find you.
How you doing? My name's Mark. I'm from Scotland. I've just jumped in with you guys in the last couple of days. So you'll get me on my Twitter at sideline_from. But yeah, totally new experience for me. When I was 18, I moved to Florida for a year, and some of my friends that I kind of met up with out there got me into college football. I used to go see UCF play every week, kind of back when it was like Blake Bortles and Latavius Murray, and just totally fell in love with the game. So I'm just trying to help spread the love over here in the UK, and develop my knowledge of the game and get into fantasy. Daily fantasy streamers, I didn't even know that was a thing till like a week ago, and like my mind is blown. And so like off season, I feel like, you know, new addiction there. So I kind of jumped back in, tried writing some kind of, you know, power rankings and stuff for the playoffs, which have been crazy so far this season. But yeah, kind of like I say, new to the whole experience, and super excited to be around this really experienced group of people and learn and grow and just contribute the best I can.
Yeah, man, it's not just going to be Brad as one of the people across the pond.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, no, I'm very, very excited to add you to the team, man, and it adds a different dimension. So I'm very, very excited for that. Yeah. Tell everybody else where they can find you one more time.
Yeah, sure. So my Twitter handle is at sideline_from.
Awesome. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Of course, man. And then last but not least, at Warson. That's with an E. FF. What's going on, man? How you doing tonight?
I'm great. First thing, thanks for clarifying with an E. That often gets missed. But then also, thanks for making me follow up the guy with the coolest voice in the whole group here. Great. But yeah, just like you said, just joined up this past week. Working on an article, and then like Mike was saying earlier, I'm going to be taking a dive as well and publishing some rankings. A bit nervous / excited for the backlash there.
That's awesome.
So we'll see how that goes.
We rankings are fun. So I do the rankings over there at Dynasty Nerds, and there's over like 400 players on this list, by the way. So you're going to have to sit there and you have to rank 400 players and stay up to date with it, right? Because the second that something happens, you have to make sure that you're on top of it. So rankings is not something easy, but it's something that I love doing. So, you know, good luck with that, man. It's going to be a fun adventure for you for sure.
Yeah, it's all about finding more things in the off season, as we don't have the week to week of fantasy. So, you know, the way I see it is rankings in the off season is just a continuation of the season. So
Yep.
I love it,
And
man.
we need them. People like me, we need it.
Right.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Well, because you guys did get the extra time slot in, we've still got another 7 minutes to talk. So, Mike, do you have any questions for him or Cooter?
Yeah, so I mean, big thing with Ryan is Ryan was one of the 3 people that reached out to me when we talked about collaborating, and I was stoked, man. I mean, you've been putting out fire content. You know me; I've been a fan for a while. So, give me a rundown of what made you decide to take the leap into writing. I mean, you've been putting out that content. You and Jacob in particular have been putting out content I've been following for quite a while. What made you make the jump? I guess we'll give it to both of you. Kind of going from just putting out Twitter content to finally writing articles and stuff.
Sure, Jacob, you want to go first?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, in my previous job, I had gotten a lot of writing experience. And it was something I really loved and didn't have the ability to do, and not fantasy football related. But then coming on Twitter, and it was something really, Tom and I both originally from Winnipeg, and he was a big influence in terms of getting my stuff out there just on Twitter. And then when, especially sort of the season ended, and Corey with Fantasy Intervention reached out and asked, if I'd be interested in writing stuff with you guys, I was like, of course. Like, I love writing. I've loved this experience. And, I'd love to have a platform to do it with a bunch of other intelligent folks. So that's my thing. I love writing. I always have. And doing it on something I'm passionate about like this is going to be super cool.
Yeah, so for me, I've been playing fantasy for like 8 years or so. And just kind of, I'm the commissioner of my home league. I'm sure a lot of us are, but started out doing some like league manager notes. And then when I was in college, I wrote a fantasy football column for the school newspaper. And then I found Twitter this year and found this whole thing. I didn't really know all of this was going on Twitter. So the more I got into it, the more I'm like, hey, I could do this too. That's, I've been kind of missing writing. I've been missing doing that kind of stuff. So you sent out that post and we're like, hey, we're looking for people to join up, we're looking for people to write. And I was like, this is perfect. This is a perfect opportunity for me to kind of put myself out there, get into it. So thanks for that.
Awesome. And now we're happy to have you.
I'm excited to see everything you guys are going to do, honestly. Like, every time someone new comes in, I'll go kind of creepily research your Twitter pages just to see what's going on. And I'm like, damn, this is a good group.
No, I absolutely love it. And it's something as to where, like, I'm excited to see what you guys have to offer as a team, coming in and almost like competing to an extent to get those articles out, to make sure that you guys are getting the exposure. So I'm very, very excited for that. All right. Anything else? Cooter, do you got a question for him or anything?
Not really. I'm just excited.
No, me
Pumped
too.
up.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get you guys out of here. Appreciate you guys for coming in. One time, real quick, just go through, let everybody know where to find you and, what they're looking for in terms of the content you're going to provide. Jacob, you want to start?
Sure. FF_RTDB. I'm going to be doing a lot of dynasty stuff, a lot on the incoming rookies. I'm very much from an analytics background, so you'll see a lot of metrics, a lot of stuff. If you're not into that kind of thing, maybe there's other guys, but if you want to get nerdy with me, I'm definitely going to be into that. So hope to interact and see y'all out there.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Thomas?
Yeah, once again, that's FF_IMBQ for myself, the FF trade guy. You can look forward to me breaking down my best, my worst trades. People want to send me trades they want me to break down. I'm happy to do that too. But I mean, I traded away Herbert before his first start because I didn't want to let go of Baker. There you go, Jacob. That one's for you, buddy. They're not all going to be hits, but I'm definitely looking forward to breaking down previous drafts that you might have done, how to kind of look forward to the new draft season, how to kind of recognize some trends that maybe you want to get out of, like trading up for Drew Lock in the 6th round last year. These are things that you want to be able to accept and move on from, and I look forward to bringing that to everybody in the coming weeks.
Love it. Absolutely love it. All right, up next.
Yeah, so you'll get me at @sideline_from. Kind of like a lot of the guys here, I'm also the commissioner for my sleeper league, so really into kind of IDP players and looking at that. So I think I'm going to try delve into that over the off season, leading up to the draft as well. Hopefully, I'll have some exciting content coming. I was fortunate enough to speak with Scotty Phillips before the draft last year, and he obviously went on to sign with the Texans. So hopefully I'll be getting Scotty back on for some conversations, and there's a few other things in the pipeline. So yeah, don't want to say too much, but hopefully got a few kind of up and coming guys that will be coming our way.
That's awesome, man. I'm stoked for you. Very stoked for you. All right, Ryan, what's up, man?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you can find me at Warson FF. That's Warson with an E. I'll be writing some articles, rankings, and I'll be coming out with a fantasy football podcast later this year. And as for what I like to write about, definitely some players, but I really enjoy talking about kind of the philosophy, the theory of how to succeed at fantasy football. And so I'm going to help people see how I do it. And not that I'm always right either. There's a bit of luck that's always associated with it, but trust the process. So I'm going to try to write about that process.
Love it, man. Love it. I'm looking forward to seeing the content you guys have pumping out. Appreciate you guys for coming in.
Thanks again.
Thanks for having.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right, so we don't have Frank or Brad in here, right? And that was somebody that, two guys that I really wanted to recognize, but unfortunately, neither one were able to make it. So sitting there and looking at it, and figuring out, I guess, the awards form, it was a little bit interesting because, like, Frank, he puts out some strange content from time to time, but the stuff always makes you laugh, and he's not wrong either. So we decided to give him the King of the Forest award, right? So let me go ahead and find that real quick. Right there. The King of the Forest award. Just sitting there and looking at it, right? Like, he makes you crack up every time you look at one of his hike videos and the constant videos that he has sent out. But I mean, like, he's sitting there and he's asking Turtles if Gallman, should go in the captain spot, and Eagle, with the Pittsburgh wide receiver, and just the craziest, wackiest stuff. But yet he still ends up hitting right on the money with him. So it's really funny. I did want to, recognize, of course, Frank for that one. And then Brad, right? Brad from Australia, the Thunder from down under. This guy was actually a big, hidden gem that Mike found, right, Mike?
Yeah, he was my secret weapon. He would bring me these weird little tidbits, like a little hitch in a play that Dak Prescott might run where he's lifting his left leg and that would show run instead of pass. He found these weird little things that he would bring on a weekly basis that were kind of out of nowhere that no one was even looking at. And then I'd bring it up on Wednesday's show and I'd look smart. And then eventually people figured out he existed. But no, I was stoked. I mean, he was someone that we used to DM back and forth. And obviously he's in Australia. So I'd wake up to like random messages at 3 a.m. About things that he found or, questions he might have. And I'd respond while he was sleeping. But it just worked out really well. And then obviously, this guy comes in, brand new dad, always dropping pictures of his daughter. And he is one of the funniest and nicest people you'll ever want to meet. Like, he's always in the chat, just bringing that positivity. And he's still, like, what I love about him is he's like one of those raw prospects, right? Like, he's still learning the game.
Yep.
But looking at it from this different spin that, like, he's just finding things that honestly we take for granted because we're looking over it. And that's what made him such a gem for me and honestly for this team is he's just finding things that we've probably been seeing for years and just never picked up on, which has been outstanding. I mean, those are the types of people that just make you better.
Those are the fresh eyes, So that's at Brad Bolt 1. Once again, that's at Brad Bolt 1. And then at Frank_Duffy. So at Brad Bolt 1 and at, oh my God, and at Frank_Duffy. Oh, this is a perfect show for her to come make an appearance.
That little doodle. Can you say hi? Say hi. Oh, you're shy? Okay.
Hey, little doodle.
What's up,
she can't hear you guys, so it's okay.
Oh, yeah, no headphones.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
She's
That's
freshly
awesome.
bathed. She smells good.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, man, we finally get to meet her. That is cool. Oh, is Steffi? I don't think Steffi's here. Steffi's just getting it all cleaned up. She's going to be so mad. She's going to be so mad. Oh, wait. No, I think she's here.
Yeah, she is.
It's me, Steph.
Can you say hi,
wow.
Steffi? Say hi, Steffi. Into the mic right here. Say hi, Steffi. Oh, my gosh. Okay. She's being shy, guys. Camera shy.
Oh, that's awesome, though. So,
I just saw Chase on real quick. I saw Zach in the chat.
Yeah, Zach, did you want to come on, man?
If you want to bring him on, because what I will say is of all the new people, we can give Zach an award. Zach broke the record for somebody in a time frame of joining Fantasy Intervention to putting out an article. I think he did in like 14 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
It was pretty crazy. Like he had it all prepped up, ready to rock and roll. Gave a couple tips, and he was off and running.
Oh, it was amazing. Yeah, he was another one. Like I said, when we talked about bringing some new writers on, Zach was one of the guys I've been talking to on Twitter for a while, and literally just showed up with an article. Like, you can't find that gold anywhere else. It wasn't like he showed up with an idea. He didn't show up with like some sort of energy. He showed up with the whole article. I mean, like instant content. And my man absolutely killed it. I love seeing his first article come out, and, you know, with his writing, Chase, with your editing, with Bob's images, I mean, that just turned into gold in literally no time. So I was stoked to see that.
Yeah, this is Zach right here that we're talking about. FF Zach Black. That's BLACH. If you guys want to go check him out on Twitter, FF Zach Black, BLACH. His content's fire. I read his article, immediately fell in love with it, and also fell in love with him too. But, you know, the article is what did it for me. It was a phenomenal article for sure. So let's go ahead and get our next group of guys in here. They are two guys that out of the trio that run the Fantasy Six Pack, along with what Corey was talking about earlier. So we have our first award to give out with these guys. Cooter.
Here we go. So this is one of my favorites. Slow and steady wins the race. Here we go with Juan, because even with Wi-Fi, he's in no rush to get the follows or be the first person to post, but he's focused on good content, and that's really what matters at the end of the day. Welcome in, Juan.
What's up, Juan?
What's going on, guys? Thank you for that intro, Cooter. I appreciate it.
Oh, I absolutely love that intro. It was great. It was phenomenal. And then we got another guy, right? Cooter,
Yep.
What is the second award we got to give out?
This one goes to the presenter. We got this person who presents dishes, he presents podcasts, he presents facts. One of the best hosts in the game, bright future, and this is James. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's going on, man?
What's up, guys?
Chilling.
Oh,
also,
man.
can I just add, too, that Chef is someone who saves us in Call of Duty, by the way. Just want to throw that out there.
I saved a life.
Oh, and can we mention too that Juan might have the smoothest voice in the game?
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
I appreciate that, Mike, but I have to pass that off, man, to the Aussie Angel, bro. Like I love when Brad speaks. I love when Brad says anything.
Dude, I can't understand half the words he uses. I'm glad he sent us that dictionary today. But, man, I could legitimately listen to you like read a thesaurus and just be happy. Like, I want to listen to you put me to bed every night. Not physically, because, you know, that'd be weird. But I'm going to put, like, just Juan's voice as, like, my sleep tape from now on, because it's just smooth as hell, man.
I'll trade you a tape for a cuddle. You're a big cuddly man.
Yeah, you know that. As long as I can be a little spoon, though. I like feeling safe. So,
Daddy's home. I got you.
Oh my God.
Oh God, this is amazing. I love this group, man. We have one of the best groups in the whole game. It's amazing. This team is just sick. So,
true, man.
Oh, real quick, let me go ahead and throw Juan up on the prime time screen, the solo layout over here. Juan, tell us a little bit about yourself, where they can find you, you know, what kind of content you're pushing out, etc.
I'm Juan Carlos Pena. You can find me at FF One of a Kind, of course, with Join Our Circle _ and that team. And I'm going to be following your guys' coattails and your lead and whatever you guys want to do this offseason. I'll be doing some stuff with Brad and Nate, hopefully about the draft. And I have a doppelganger series that I started back with DHH, and I'm going to be carrying over to us to this offseason, kind of comparing rookies and using a little bit more analytics, thanks to Dave and Chase for that analytics show that we did all year, which was fire. And I'm going to try to apply analytics to a lot of my like eyeball tests that I do with comparing guys that are coming up now to guys from the past who have had success in fantasy. And that's like my little niche. And I think that's where I want to focus this offseason.
Dude, love it, man. Absolutely love it. And by the way, your articles that you put out for Dynasty Happy Hour with that, the doppelgangers, those are some of my favorites, man. And you were on point with them. Like, they were coming out constantly. Like, I never needed to sit there and go search for content, 'cause I knew that you'd be coming out with something at least once a week minimum. So I'm very much so looking forward to those doppelganger articles coming out. And then we got the chef. What's up, James?
Chilling,
Let's get you on this solo layout. Let's hear a little bit about. First off, I love your shirt.
Oh, yeah. Got to stay on brand, bro.
Love it, man. Go check out fantasyintervention.com and go get some gear yourself.
Yeah, so you can find me at FF_chef on Twitter. I'm happy to be a part of this team. Shout out to Corey in the chat. He actually brought me into this. Him and I were collaborating for some videos with DHH, and then that kind of shut down, and we skipped ponds over to here to Fantasy Intervention and just started making some magic. Like you guys mentioned, we do the Fantasy Six Pack, which is now the off-season case study, which is really exciting. We get to dig into some extra additional things, different topics. We always pick 3 guys a piece and we just dive in, man. And it's really, really fun. And then I do the waiver show with you, Chase, and Nate Polvut. Dude, that's awesome. I do a waiver article, I guess you could say, waiver sheet every week during the season. And it's been fire, man. It's been so much fun jumping on to Twitter, learning Twitter. I started with 20 followers. Now I have over 1,000, like everybody else here in this group, which is great. Big circle. And that's what it is. That's why I joined Fantasy Twitter to begin with, because I wanted my circle to be bigger. And now I'm sitting here helping others while I'm in the circle. So that's just great. It's just great to be a part of.
The circle. No, I love it, man. I love it. Sitting there and looking at the opportunity, between both you guys and what both of you all are doing is something that's very, very exciting for me. So, Mike, you got any questions for him?
Yeah, guys. So break me down the way that you guys do the 6-pack, like kind of where did it come from? And give me your biggest hit. Like I want you to do a victory lap here. So give me one of the calls you guys came up with that no one else was talking about, that either was skunked or you were cheersing.
All right. Well, I guess I'll start off. The 6-pack started with, like I said, Corey and I were spitballing back when we started with DHH. And I was like, man, I got this idea for a show. I want to up some players. I want to down some players. And, Juan and I, we host the Tilt is Real Fantasy Football podcast together. It's our home pod that we just started up out of the blue. And I was like, yo, Juan, you need to jump on this with me, man. Your voice is fire. Your content's fire. We got to build this. And we started doing it, and it's been so much fun. Shout out to Corey. And I guess mine was, I think it was Hollywood Brown, wasn't it? I started calling him Marquise No Grease during the season, and it really picked up because he really wasn't worthy of that Hollywood tag anymore. And I think he was the first one I dropped as my down. Juan?
Yeah, I like to focus on the positivity. I didn't really like skunking the players. That was the hardest part for me. Because I can find the silver lining in any player and say, all right, well, he's, maybe not going to perform to what you expected, but he's going to give you 10, 12, 15 fantasy points. But my up was Ayuk. I think I jumped on Ayuk as soon as he had the big game in New England and he kind of came alive. And I felt like he was about to go on a little run there where he was going to be really relevant. And I hit on that one. I was proud of that one because that offense was sputtering. They didn't really have Garoppolo and the other weapons, and he still found success. So I like Brandon Ayuk midseason.
Secaucus Brown.
Yeah, Secaucus Brown. You're right.
Oh, man, I love it, guys. It's fun to watch you guys work together because you guys definitely have that chemistry, and I love seeing that for you guys.
I was going to say that too. Like, it's just a group that, not that our other people or other groups don't fit, but it's just something about it's different. You can just feel that you guys are buddies and like it's real and it's outside of just fantasy,
Well, we started working together. What, Juan? We known each other, 6-7 years now?
Yeah.
I was the chef of the restaurant. He was the head server in the restaurant. And man, I think I made this guy a lot of money, and vice versa. He made me get a promotion to an executive chef, and
nice.
He could sell some hot takes, man, but he could sell some food too, for real. Sell lobster tails behind his back.
Also water to a whale. And I didn't bring my daughter on here, but if you saw her, she's a little younger than Little Cooter, but she calls James Steele. That's her uncle. You know what I mean? So like, that's how close we are. That's my brother. So like, yeah, the chemistry is real because that's my man. Yeah. And Mr. Swanson too. That's my brother.
Yeah, it comes through though. It really does.
Did absolutely love it, guys. Thank you all for coming on real quick. We appreciate you guys. We got 2 more to bring in, but of course, one of them is late because that's just, who she is. So, yeah. I do have Zach in the chat real quick, so I want to bring him in just so we can give a quick shout out real quick, and then we'll hop on to our final 2. Hopefully the other person is there by that point. Thanks for coming on, Chef and Juan. We
Bye,
appreciate
Juan.
you
Bye,
guys.
Steph.
Later, guys.
Yo, before we let you go, man, live, Chase, thank you, man. Thank you for having us on here, and thank you for creating this space and for bringing everybody on and keeping the ship going straight whenever we want to go off the rails a little bit, because we all get easily distracted, and you keep us in line. So
There
thank
are
you.
no rails. There are no rails.
Yeah, there have to be some type of rails with Corey. Okay, because if he didn't have rails,
I still want to hear the rap. I still think we're gonna get him rapping. I think you're wrong there.
It's gonna be fire. Censored.
God. Oh man! All right, so real quick, thank you guys for coming in, Zach. Real quick, man. We don't have a lot of time here because I do have to get in these final two. But can you give a real quick shout out? You know where they can find you and what you're doing.
Yeah, so you can find me on at FF Zach Black on Twitter there, and of course in the circle on Fantasy Intervention. We got my first article up recently. Big shout out to Mike for answering my call, and I saw his post on Twitter, and I said, I already got some work lined up, and I'd love to get more involved in the community. For me, it's just I want to give back to something that's given so much to me, and really I'm not a stats guy. I'm not really analytics based. I've tried to sit down and write and grab information from anywhere and everywhere, but for me, I want to guide in, people that might want to start a league or are curious about rule sets. And that's why my first piece was on about killing the trade deadline. I figured it might turn some heads, and it's something I feel strongly about. So I'll just keep on doing that. And thanks for having me in the circle. And you guys have been great, very supportive. And Chase, you got an awesome team here for sure.
No, this team is something I'm very excited about, man. We're just happy to add you to it. Happy to have you here.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we finally have the other people that are,
Hi, Zach.
See you guys.
We finally have the other people, the other two, the dynamic duo, and we have a big announcement to make with them as well. But before we actually get onto the announcement, all right, we have to give away an award. Mike, you want to start it out?
Yeah, let me pull up where we are here. So you want me to start out with the two we're bringing on?
Yep.
Absolutely. So the first one's going to go out to the sharpest claws, going to person who's been instrumental in getting this group off the ground and responsible for the interaction within our Twitter group. She brings the fire with every single interaction she has. I have never seen somebody have less fear and just go straight at things with a passion than we do with the homegirl, Steffi.
Steffi.
I'm laughing. Thanks, guys. Per usual, I'm here, fully loaded, ready to go.
Love it.
I love being part of this group, guys. It's awesome. It's been so much fun.
Just watching how much interaction you have with the crew, though, it's just amazing. You're the reason why I sometimes just want to completely delete our Twitter group. You're the reason as to why we've gotten the followers that we have. It's been an absolute dream, having you as part of the team.
Yeah, I'm lucky. It's cool. Some lifelong friends came out of this. It's very, very funny because I'm also someone that wasn't really in this industry at all. As everyone knows, I'm still a student right now in medical school. So this has been awesome. It's been kind of my getaway from all the crap.
All right, so we got one more award to give out.
All right, my man banned for a good cause. He got his account banned on Reddit for promoting us too much. This guy came out with a legendary quick shot. Now, Clutie's been putting out great football content. His stats are fire. His pickups are fire. But his quick shot on the Chicago Bears and the Bill Lazor offense will legitimately go down in fantasy football history for me as possibly the greatest 3 minutes I've ever seen on YouTube. So not only is he the guy who's going to pump all of our stuff, he is such a team player, but the man put out absolute fire. So bring it in, Mr. Dave Kluge.
What's up, Dave?
What's up, man? Thanks a lot for having me, and thank you, Mike, for getting the pronunciation right on the last name.
Well, now that I know you're not Corey, man, I got the name down.
Oh, man. Oh, real quick, while we have him in here, I might as well just throw him on the stream with us. Troy is actually gracing us with his presence. He is now an official part of the Join Our Circle _ team, Fantasy Intervention team. Very excited to have you in. What's going on, Troy? You got to unmute yourself.
Not much. I just realized I was on mute. What's up, everybody?
Oh, what's going on? What's going on? All right. So real quick, before we actually go into the big announcement, I'm going to give Steffi the stage. You want to go ahead and let everybody know where to find you?
Oops, sorry.
You can find me at Steffi Smalls. Ready? Is everyone ready? With 2 L's, not 3 L's, 2 L's. So pumped to be part of this group. Seriously, some of the coolest people I've ever met in my entire life. Nicest, kindest, hilarious, raunchy, everything you could imagine. These guys are great. I mean, the content that's coming out of this group, it's better than I could have ever expected. So make sure you guys check out my Twitter and then also find us at joinourcircle_.
Absolutely. Love it. Love it. It's been a pleasure having you, like I said. So very excited for, what I'm about to announce. And of course, Dave, can you let everybody know where to find you, what you're doing?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at dkluge90. That's DKLUGE90. You could also find me on Fantasy Pros. We have switched over to NBA season there, so we're going to be bringing you game recaps, news, all of that fun stuff. And then obviously you can find me at joinourcircle_. I've been doing a lot behind the camera so far with the Fantasy Football Intervention team. Just released my first article for the squad about 10 minutes before we went live here. So be sure to check that out once we finish this show up. I am so excited to be on this team. The group that we have is just phenomenal, and I can't wait to see where this goes.
No, you and I both, brother. Like, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun having you in there.
I'm sorry.
Wait, what was that? What was that?
The Saints got stuck in my throat there. Go Saints. My bad.
Oh God, that was a blast. All right, Troy, real quick, while you're here, man, might as well give you the platform for a second.
Let's do it. What's up, everybody? I'm Troy King. You can find me on Twitter at TKingMode. Also, I'm a writer for Ball Blast Football, as well as now I'm going to be contributing to Join Our Circle. And also, I'm one of the co-hosts of Fantasy Football Confidential. We're going to be doing every other Wednesday during the off season, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check us out. I appreciate everybody's support with me, and I'm excited to be joining the Join Our Circle team. So I appreciate everybody.
Taylor's over there talking shit.
I'm ignoring Taylor. I know he always talks shit.
All right, so the big announcement. Are you guys ready for it? Drum roll. Now, I'm very excited to announce that, Mike helped this team get off the ground, initially. Like, this is something as to where I love doing the podcast, and I loved doing, just different angles of things. And sitting there, I wasn't able to do what I really wanted to do because I just had so much on my plate with all the show sheets and everything that I had to write. I mean, show sheets aren't easy. And the Wednesday show sheet is probably the second hardest show sheet that we have for all of the shows. All 10 shows that I do every single week, the Wednesday one is the second hardest, but I mean, it's right there with the hardest one. So Mike actually took that over for me. And as I focus on getting guests on the podcast and whatnot, he focused on the content and he nailed it 90% of the time. I mean, we talk about I got dominated throughout the entire season when it came to our picks of guys that, would finish inside the top 10 that were actually outside the top 20. I mean, it was just thing after thing after thing after thing that he was crushing me on. So, I felt like there was just a connection right off the bat the first time that we ever went live. And, Mike became almost like a best friend for me, although it's just, through, I guess, virtual interaction. He became like a best friend for me, but he also became a huge crutch for the company as a whole, because anytime that I had something difficult, I had to make a tough decision. I had to try and figure something out. Like, I always went to Mike for it. And so I decided that since he was such a massive crutch for, myself and the company, I felt like he should have a piece of it. So I reached out to Mike before I reached out to anybody else. And I actually, Mike didn't want anything to do with this. And I pretty much told him he's taking this. So I decided to go out and make Mike a part owner of Fantasy Intervention.
Awesome.
So
well
Mike is now one of the bosses too. It's not just me. He's actually one of the bosses. So Mike, congratulations, man. And thank you for helping me out like you have.
I'm scared. No, I'm kidding.
I'm terrified.
Awesome. That's so well earned.
Yeah, that's awesome, Mike.
No, I appreciate it, man. And I don't do this for the money. I help you out because number one, you gave me my shot. Number two, like you said, we're friends, man. And I've had a blast. Like I couldn't feel more comfortable, couldn't feel more at home, couldn't feel happier. Like this has just been amazing. And to think like it all started from me tweeting from my damn lawnmower because I was bored one night, saying, "Hey, anyone want to go live? I got on the do tonight." And when you reached out and you're like, let's do it, just write a show sheet. I'm happy it wasn't a video call because I was panicked because I didn't know what the hell that was, as you know. But yeah, to see it turn into this, man, and to see now the group chat was like 30 people, like the amount of talent we have right now, the amount of stuff going out, it's been an incredible journey. And I'm just happy you took me along from the ride, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And I just love this team, man.
It didn't stop there, though. It didn't stop there because I was like, man, we still need help. And looking at, where we were sitting with, like, I don't know, I had like 500 followers or something like that for my Twitter group page for Join Our Circle _. And I'm like, dude, I need somebody that I can trust, that I know, works their ass off, that constantly grinds and, just continues to melt faces. And sitting there, I was like, and the whole reason, by the way, that I picked the claws type thing, like, the sharpest claws, is because I feel like this person is just constantly like just scratching, just trying to, inch her way closer every single day to, being successful, no matter what it is that she's doing. So I reached out to Steffi and I actually asked if she wanted to be a part owner of the company as well. And she happily accepted. So congratulations to Steffi as well.
Okay, low-key, I cry like twice a year, and I'm like watery-eyed right now. I'm lucky if I cry twice a year, but I'm seriously so excited. I love this group. It's been a blast. It's such an honor to have been asked from Chase. Can't wait. I can't wait to see what we do in the future moving forward. We're just growing so fast, and I love this group. I really mean that when I say it.
And then you thought that it'd stop there, right? But no, I actually went out and I reached out to Dave as well, because Dave is sitting there and his ability to, I guess, come up with content, right, and be able to promote it in the correct ways, and the way that he puts things together, it just made perfect sense to add him to my chaotic lifestyle, where I'm going 1,000 different directions every single minute. And I kind of need somebody that I knew was going to be stable, that I knew I could go to, make things happen. And every time that I put something out, Dave was always the first one to hop onto it, like, hey, who wants to do a quick shot on this? Who wants to do that? And it was always Dave. Dave was always right there with it 100% of the time. He was not only the first one to say that he wanted to do it, but he's also the person that actually came through and did everything that he said he was going to do. And sitting there with this company and everything that we did, like, you go through people and you start to realize like who, is actually, is going to come through for you. And I just felt like I needed to have that person, have my back and have that support from him. So I reached out to Dave, and Dave is also a part owner of Fantasy Intervention now. So
thank you very much, man. I am absolutely flattered. You and I got to know each other pretty early on in the football season in this group chat where I felt like it was always me and you against the rest of the group chat, always kind of planting our flags on one thing that nobody else really agreed with. But we clicked right off the bat. And, I saw what you were doing over here at FFI, and I just wanted to jump in. So, getting a chance to get to know you better and watch this company grow has just been absolutely awesome. I love this team that we built over here so much. I didn't really know what to expect when I started doing this, and I can say that I've made like genuine connections and friendships. It's just been an awesome experience. So thanks a lot for having me along for the ride. Can't wait to see where this goes.
And this is something, by the way, guys, where our ownership disbursement, I guess, isn't over yet. Like, I'm not sitting there saying, oh, this is the owners of the whole entire company, because the whole reason why I created this company was to give everybody a platform to be a part of, what we want to accomplish. So sitting there and looking at it, like, I'm not stopping here. Like, if people step up and they're doing big things for the company, I'm going to give away pieces of my company to make sure that they feel like they're home and to make sure that they continue to do what they're doing. So there are a few different people out there that, I have my own right now, 2 in particular. And when I sit down and do my evaluation of the company, where we stand and, where I can make my next big time step, like, I am 100% okay with giving away percentage of my company to make sure and to follow through with the success of this company and making it a thing. So, for all the other people out there that are part of this team, a part of this family, really, because I feel like it is more of a family at this point, just keep busting your ass, because it's going to pay off just like it did for these two. I made this decision back in early December, and I had to sit down and actually go over the numbers and whatnot, make sure everything made sense. And by the end of December, they've been part of the team and part of the ownership, company. So it's very, very exciting. I'm excited that I got to announce it. Like, I feel like there's a huge weight off my chest, and yeah, I'm ready to work with you guys moving forward. It's crazy how much we've blown up over the past month since I've done this.
Yeah, man, y'all been killing it. Y'all really have.
Everyone follow Cooter Doodle too. Like this girl cracks me up.
There's people not following Cooter at this point. I don't think they existed.
It's dangerous though. It's dangerous following Cooter Doodle.
Oh yeah, especially on game
We
day.
live on the edge over here.
Oh man, I can't keep up with all these comments, guys. Like, if I had to sit here and go through, I mean, there's literally like 200 congratulation comments that came up on the screen. So I can't post everybody's, but we're happy for the team over here at Fantasy Intervention. And this is a good thing for us as a whole. Moving forward, this is something that could end up blowing up big time. And these three over here know some of the ideas and the concepts that I have, and I don't think that we're at a level yet where I can launch it. However, if we continue to blow up like we are, we're talking about big time things that nobody else in the entire fantasy community is doing. Like, nobody's doing it. So once we actually hit that level that we can actually launch some of this stuff off, we're talking about dominating this space. I'm very excited to do it. This is what I've been working for this past, almost 2 years now. And I'm going to keep grinding. I'm going to keep going at it now that I have an amazing team outside of the three over here, that are part owners with me, with the whole team. It's becoming easier as we go. I'm very excited. Oh man. Whew. Ready to rock and roll now.
Can we just say that Taylor said cry, Chase? Cry.
I want it, man. I told you, I'm a happy crier, okay? I'm a happy crier. And I almost shed a tear. It almost came out. Nobody send me any pictures of, people in the service coming home to their dogs, and I'll be good.
All we need is like the group as people are entering, and then put some like Celine Dion to it, just a little remix there, and you'll get a tear. You'll get one.
It'll happen.
All right.
Some NSYNC Christmas music. That does it for me.
There you go.
No, get out of here with
I still
that.
got it up. I still got it up right there.
Yeah, the ultimate troll as your background right after we thought about it.
All right, so
All right.
real quick, can we go around and let everybody know where to find you guys as we get out of here so we can go watch this championship game? Mike, we'll start off with you.
At Daddy's Home FF, at Join Our Circle _ you find all of our stuff right there.
All right.
Am I next? Is that how this works?
Yeah, we go into Circle.
So you guys can find me at Stevie Smalls with 2 L's now. I'm very excited, and I'm just happy. Thanks for letting me be part of the circle, guys.
Love it. Absolutely love it. We're excited to have you.
You can find me on Twitter at DKluge90. That's DKLUGE90. You can find me at Join Our Circle _ and you can find me at Fantasy Pros, bringing you Saints recaps to the end of the playoffs and NBA updates all season long.
Who dat? You can find me at Cooter Doodle on Twitter and at Join Our Circle _
And you can find me at T King Mode. You can also find me at Ball Blast Football, as well as Join Our Circle _ And you can find me at Fantasy Football Confidential, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every other Wednesday during the offseason.
Wednesday family, bro. Wednesday family.
Let's
Yeah,
do
man.
it.
Love it. And you guys can check us out, of course, over there at Join Our Circle _ and you guys can find me at FF _ intervention. Listen, I appreciate everybody for coming in for this special episode. Very excited moving forward. Thank you guys for watching, listening, and thank you all for letting us intervene with your fantasy football life. We're out.
Oh no, are we doing it?
No,
Are we
no,
doing it?
we are not doing it.
Oh, I
No.
can't see the audio.
No, not again.
Where's the audio?
It's
Didn't we
muted.
lose listeners last time?
Yep. Nope. Technical difficulties. Moving on.
Oh, crap.
Sing along, Cooter. Let's hear it.
I don't know where the audio is
Now
at.
then.
Oh man. Food for the home. Let's go.
We don't need audio. This is amazing without audio.
Wait, Cooter, I have a little bit of an idea watching this. Just so
I'll
you know.
give you one thing though. The 101 used to be Justin. It still is Justin, but JC's he's a hard 102. 1.02.
That's
Oh,
fair.
God.
Yeah. But also